5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to LMC Cast. We're back for 2022.
New season.
Yeah, but we're still going to just be doing what we love, really, which is playing board games with our friends and chatting about what we've done, in this case, over the last couple of months, because we've been off air for, or at least we've not recorded for
let me see.
2 bit months.
It's been almost
3 months. 3 months for 3 of us.
Yeah.
I'm calling it a holiday.
I wish it was a holiday.
With me today, as you may have heard, is the usual cast for LMC Cast. And I'm just going to go in the order they are on Tabletop Sim, which is Monsieur Vger,
Good evening.
the Gentleman Random Genius,
Hello there.
the ever-beloved ShadowFox,
Ahoy, hoy.
and Master of Ceremonies, Mr. Vanato.
Hello.
And there's some random guy called Urtheart who no one really cares about.
Don't sell yourself short.
I'm tired. That's all I really go with at the moment. So today I'm actually going to be teaching the guys a new game that I have technically not played yet, but I have seen being played. So I do know the rules, thankfully, and it's a very simple game. It does have 2 names, but the name I know it by is Incan Gold. The way this game works is we're going to be all delving down into a treasure place, like a cave or whatever, and we'll be flipping over the deck and seeing if we can discover treasure. And every time we flip one over, what's supposed to happen is you have a meeple in your hand, and if you go 1, 2, 3, and if you want out, you drop it. If you want to keep exploring, you stay in. But why would you want to not explore? Well, there are 5 hazards that can appear in the caves. You have spiders, you have snakes, you have lava falls, you have rocks fall, everyone dies, and mummies. If you find one of them, it's scary, but you're fine. If you find 2 of the same threat, you get scared, drop all of the treasure you've collected so far, and run away.
Oh dear.
With nothing.
What if you find 2 of different kinds then?
That's fine. You keep going until you get a duplicate of one of them.
Okay.
Now, I shall say there are 3 of each in the deck. However, when the dungeon collapses because of that, you do take that card out, so that one is less likely to appear. But to give you an example, I'm going to just put these back in the deck so I don't forget to put them in later. But I'm going to flip the deck over. Hopefully it's not a... Where's the flip button gone? There it is. So, for instance, this thing has 15 treasure on it. So if this was the first one, and there's 5 of us, so we'd all get 3 treasure each, which are denoted by these chips in this game, but are normally by little gems.
Okay.
So you get to keep that in your current stockpile. If you then choose to leave, you keep those 3 and you bank them in your wallet. And then I think for this one, it's you flip your card over when you say 3 if you want to get out of there. However, if there's not an even split, so let's say, oh God, that's not...
But for record, Earth has just drawn 2 hazards one after another, followed by 2 hazards one after another.
Yep. Well, this deck hasn't been shuffled very well yet. So let's say we have 17. So that's 3 each, but then there's 2 left over. Those 2 then stay on the card. If someone leaves the dungeon, they get to take that treasure with them. If more than one person leaves at the same time, you have to split it between you, and if you can't split it evenly, it stays there. There are also, every dungeon adds a new special treasure, like this one. These are worth more. It should say on the thing how much they're worth, but it doesn't. So I'm going to go with The first one's worth 5, second one's worth 7, 9, 11, and 13. So we'll just convert that to chips then when you get it.
Yeah, sure.
And that really is the entire game. It's fairly simple.
That is good. We like simple.
Indeed.
Yes. So I'm going to shuffle this one into the deck or to start with. I wouldn't worry about it. That player's not in the game. Probably
Don't want loose. I would say don't want loose chips, but I guess we don't want loose. What are those white mints? Those disc mints.
Just mints, aren't they?
They're like chewy mints.
Soft mints.
Soft mints. That's what we're playing for. We're playing for a bowl of soft mints right now.
I like
Oh.
soft mint.
This
I
is just the mod
haven't
that
had those
found
in
on
ages,
tabletop.
actually.
I haven't either. They used to have fruity flavors as well, didn't they?
Yeah.
It might still do, I don't know.
Oh wait, are we thinking of Mentos?
No. Different variety. The Mentos are
Similar.
Essentially, they're
essentially
similar,
the same. Yeah, but not. I don't think they'd react to cola quite the same way.
Freebor soft mints, I think. That's what they are.
Ah, yes.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
I'm also going to delete this player to give me a bit more room to, spread this deck out. Because we're supposed to be going through like a cave system, so I'm going to try and put them out in order.
Right, get rid of these ones here as well. It's one more space. I can't do anything with that, so it's fine.
Yeah, don't worry about it. So is everyone ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
ready as can be.
So first card is that bowl has a deceptively large hitbox. 17. Straight off the bat.
Ooh.
So that is there's 5 of us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Everyone take 3. Don't stick it in your bag yet. And then that leaves 2 left over on the card. Right. So there's 2 cards. If you flip your right one if you want to leave, basically. In 3, 2, 1.
And quite rightly at the moment, nobody flipped their card.
I mean, there's no danger. You'd be gaining 2 extra gems. That's it, really.
So there are 31 cards in the deck, 5 dangers, and 3 of each. So that's half the deck is danger.
Yeah.
At the moment, we're
But you
fine.
But you can take 1 danger and there's no problem. Next we have.
Oh,
Okay.
One we were
So
saying.
to obtain this, you have to be the only person that flees out.
Ooh.
And this one is worth
7.
This one's
Was
worth
it-
5. 5, 7, 9, 11, 30.
Okay, yeah, 5.
So
it was under that one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was under the first one, yeah.
I flipped that one over so I know which dungeon we're in.
Alright.
Yeah.
That's all.
Okay, potentially.
Point of
So
reference.
now
Point
it
of
might be
reference.
good for you to.
If you
Yeah,
leave,
go.
do you get the 5 there and the 2 there?
Yes, if you're the only one that leaves. If 2 people leave, you do split that 2 ways,
But
but neither of you get this treasure.
Does that stay?
Does it still stay?
That stays, yeah.
Okie dokie then.
So,
Uh,
if you want to leave, everyone flip your cards. Who wants to leave in 3, 2, 1?
Nobody flipped that
No.
card.
It's tempting.
nobody flipped
It's
the
really
cards.
tempting.
No
Yeah.
risky biscuit yet.
7.
No.
It is 7. So that is a decent amount of points, but you might get more.
It's early doors. We've yet to encounter
I should probably
anything.
say, if you leave, you also don't get any more gems that come later on in the dungeon.
Which means
Split with less people.
that more gems go to the other people.
Yep. Next up, we have
11.
Ooh.
11. So it's 2 each and
1 left over.
1 left over. Yeah. Thank you.
Come on.
It's not.
It's 2 better at the moment.
Oh,
There you go.
thank you. This thing's struggling for me today.
Is it a laptop or is it?
Oh, I'm on PC.
There you are on PC.
Is your laptop better than your PC?
It's a work laptop, and so I don't have Steam on it.
No, that's fair.
That's fair
I do
enough.
have Steam on my work laptop, but that kind of makes sense for my job.
Yeah.
All right. Anyone who wants to flee, flip your card in 3, 2, 1.
I'm out of here.
God damn it!
Oh.
2 people left. So there's only 1 spare on that, so you don't split it.
don't know,
5,
can't
you don't
split
get that one. You guys get 1 each.
Damn it, Ian.
Ah.
But you now get to bag that. Whereas me, Vger, and ShadowFox now get to split all treasure 3 ways instead of 5 ways.
So for the record, myself and Vanato have 6 banked.
Was it 6?
Yes.
Yeah, 6.
Five-
6
five
banked.
plus
5 in general, plus 1 from
Yeah.
this. There is one solo treasure left out, plus the 5 chip treasure as well.
1 gem and the 5 gem treasure. Next we have
First,
spiders. Oh no!
first of, I guess, any.
First danger. So yes, you may now choose to flee if you wish. So flip your card over if you wish to flee in 3, 2, 1.
Oh.
Oh,
Vger
Well
takes
done.
it all
He takes 6 coin with him.
yes.
on top of the 5 he already had. So
He's a very rich boy.
Thank you.
that all. I'm just gonna stick.
So,
this.
yeah,
Actually, no,
this
I need
back,
to
so-
take that out because
I mean, you can give it. You can give it
can
to.
keep
You can
that.
give it to Vger actually.
Put it in his bag.
There you go.
because these do
Yeah.
get reshuffled back into the deck.
Yeah.
You see, so
So yeah, I got a bag of 11
Oh.
mints.
So
Vger
we
is rich now.
so we do actually have a hand as well. So, okay. I didn't realize we had a hand hidden.
I mean, we do, but it's for this. It makes sense to have these over here. All right. Well, now we split all the treasure 2 ways, John. So
Unless the spider comes out.
Yeah, true. I
let's
trust
see.
I can trust the computer to randomly shuffle a deck better than I would.
ooh,
Ooh,
fire.
fire.
Yeah.
So it's
Now we've got 2
spiders
hazards
and
to watch
fire.
All right. Flip your card over. In if you want to flee in 3, 2, 1.
No.
No.
We're not leaving yet.
It's at this point you've
The
got
odd-
to risk
They're
it.
risking the fire
Yeah.
spiders.
The
Yeah.
odds are still in our favour right now.
The
Doesn't mean
odds are
it's
the flaming
guaranteed.
spiders.
Yeah.
What's that?
Ooh.
7 apiece for
7
4.
apiece.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So they've
What
they've
would you say?
matched
Worth
me.
sticking on?
Yeah,
No,
you've
matched
matched
you?
us. I think you've matched or exceeded
5
me.
plus 7, 12. We've exceeded you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's worth sticking around.
Mm.
All right. If you want to flee, John. 3, 2, 1. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Yeah.
both out.
Both out.
There's,
It's a good amount to take home.
Whilst the going's good, leave now.
Yeah.
what, are we allowed to check the next card, or do we have to keep the deck in the
No,
current?
that's it. Because if someone loses everything, you take that hazard out of the deck. Because we've all left, that hazard is still in the deck.
Dun dun dun.
And we just continue with where it is on the deck, or
Nope, we shuffle it again.
Okay.
Okay.
I was just partially curious to know what the next card would have been.
No.
It's
No,
always
I don't
nice to
know.
know, like, was it
yeah.
good? Was it good move? Was it bad move?
This is not a. This is what you could have won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
The next card is a speedboat.
Ah,
And this is what you could have won.
so
too bad I
that's-
live in a
that
landlocked
was
area.
one round. The game is played over 5 rounds. Since I
quite-
think this is a good time to take because we've got 5 rounds, we might as well take a break and go on someone's discussion.
I'd just argue we could do more than 5 rounds because they're quite short.
if we do two
Yeah, we can
two
do
in
2
a
sets of
discussion.
rounds.
Two
Yeah, we
rounds.
can do 2 games, maybe.
We'll just do a
All
10 round game.
Yeah. Well, I can't re-put the treasures back in for.
Well,
things.
considering we ran out before.
If we do 2 rounds, then
Yeah.
someone does a talk, and then we'll do the following 2 rounds. Someone does a talk, and then we'll finish one game, and then start the next one, and then someone else does a talk.
Yeah,
Much
that's
like
fair.
much like how we did Sheriff of Nottingham.
That sounds
Yeah, that's
about
true.
right.
Although Sheriff of Nottingham is for 2 rounds anyway, isn't it? I don't remember.
We
Alright,
just did what we
we
did
can,
with
finish,
it.
we can finish the first game, have a talk, then do 2 rounds, have a talk, 2 rounds, fun a talk, last round, and
Yeah,
we can.
something along those lines. Anyway, new treasure going in, which is this weird man idol thing.
It's, yes, he has no arms and stubby legs.
And deep pockets.
He is worth 7,
Oh,
so 2 more than the last one. I don't think they're quite spread out as evenly in the main game, but I don't have a reference, so I'm going to let someone else draw the thing this time because I feel like that would be quite nice. Vger.
I'll do it.
Vanato.
I'll be ballsy.
I'm buggy, so.
Oh,
Oh, straight away it's the treasure.
I did shuffle that. So
You did
that's
shuffle
7
that is-
counters on it.
Keep an eye on Vanato. He may be after it immediately.
look, this is not Project Win, so I'm not going to skedaddle.
Well, you say that. It's a safe. It's a
you
safe
say that,
7.
but I've already poisoned the idol, and
Poisoned it.
All right,
Jay
ladies
wasn't
and
happy.
All right, gentlemen and ladies, if anyone wants to identify as that, flip your card over if you wish to flee in 3, 2, 1.
I'm going to go for it now. Bye.
Fair enough.
All right.
Your 7 treasure.
he's taking his 7 and going.
Yeah.
Again, it's safe.
Safe money, but it's not good money.
Whilst he
No,
counts up his money, I'm going to get the next card out then.
Might as well. Means we split anything else 4 ways. Ooh, mummy.
No, thank you. I don't want to split that 4 ways.
Hang on. People
Hang
are
on,
allowed to
hang on,
leave
hang on.
first.
Oh, yes.
Do
If you
anyone
wish to
want-
flee,
Does
flip
anyone
over
wish
your
to flee
card.
with the nothing that they have?
Nothing. In
No, I'm
3,
going to stick in.
2, 1. No, unsurprisingly, no one fleed.
Right. Number 3, in our little delve. Ooh, 15.
15,
So that is
Each
free.
with 3 left on there.
There we go.
Just got to be a bit quick on the draw, I think.
That's fine.
Okie dokie then. Anyone who would like to flee with their treasure intact, flip your card in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, John's leaving.
Oh,
That's a 6,
That's 6.
that is 6.
which
That's not
Fine.
bad.
is not fine. So it still gives me a nice little bit of a 18. So
Yeah, yeah.
I leave the hazards out visible so we can tell when 2 of a kind come up.
Yeah, that's fine. Right. Next one in the delve is.
mummy.
Ooh, 5. So 1 each
So
with
that's
2.
1 each and 2 left on there. Okay. Anyone who wishes to flee with their treasure, flip over in 3, 2, 1.
Right.
No?
No.
People still
In it to win it.
in it. Yeah.
Go big or no balls. Next one up of
Oh,
Mummy.
So we lose all of our treasure.
Put it
So
away.
yes, that was the second mummy.
Now, this mummy is expedited and stays out of the deck
excised.
evermore.
Exiled from
Well,
the
I say forevermore
cabin.
until next game.
Until next game.
But that does mean there's one less mummy in the deck.
Nice.
But that's very unfortunate as an early.
I think that was rather fortunate, actually.
I know. I think that's immediate play for the treasure worked
Ah.
out in my favour.
Yeah.
God damn it.
That's the way it can happen. One of the games I did watch, first two cards were both mummies.
Oh, that's rough.
Which is
I guess there's nothing to lose if the first two cards are mummy, so it's not too bad.
Yeah, I mean, you don't get any penalties aside from losing all you've collected, and if you've collected nothing, then
I believe the rule does say you're supposed to take the special treasure out of the deck. I can't be asked to do that. It's not worth
Well,
it.
Ian got it, didn't he? So where is it?
Yeah,
He
I
did
got
get
it.
it this time. But I'm
Yeah.
just saying, if it was left in there, that's supposed to be the rule. Anyway, our next... Well, we were going to have a discussion after 2 rounds, weren't we?
Yeah, we were.
Yes.
Who would
Any
like to start?
volunteers?
You know what? I'll start, because I rarely start, I think. So, I have been fairly busy over the last few months. The big new release being Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. I mean, I could talk about it, but it's spoilers in general, but it has been a very good expansion. I don't think it's quite as good as the last expansion, but they did just do a big presentation this morning at 2:00 UK time.
Oof.
It's the best time they have for like around the world about their plans going forward and for the next expansion in like 3 to 4 years time. But they've still got a lot of content for this one to come out yet. So, other than that, I'm sure someone else will go into more detail on Project Winter later. So I'm going to leave that one. The other game that I've been playing a fairly big chunk of has been a game trilogy called Danganronpa.
Yeah, Diamond Rhombus.
Thank you, Ramba. Donkey Romper.
Danganronpa means something like searching the truth with a bullet or something along those lines. Something I should have looked up before the stream. But essentially, it is the best way I can describe it is if you know what Phoenix Wright is like, mix that with a battle royale, and you've pretty much got the game down. The basic premise for all of the games essentially are you are a group of students, I think 16 students, 15 to 16, around that number, and you are trapped in a school, and you are told by a strange bear called Monokuma that the only way you can escape being trapped in this place is you have to kill someone and get away without anyone discovering you were the killer. If the killer, who is called the Blackened, is discovered, then they will be punished. If they get the wrong one, everyone beside the Blackened will be punished, and the Blackened will get to go free. You generally play as a everyday person, generally, and you have to solve all of these mysteries. But the slight difference is the courtroomy battles are slightly more energetic than your Phoenix Wright stuff. You'll have multiple pieces of evidence, which are bullets, and you have to shoot those pieces of evidence into the specific keywords that contradict what they're talking about as that text flies across the screen with full voice acting. It's very weird, it's very Japanese, but it is a very good series of games, to be honest. I've played them before. I've enjoyed the entirety of the mainline series. I think I've talked about the anime sequel for the first 2 games on LMC Cast in the past. I will say the Switch version is the one the anniversary one has come out on. I haven't played the 4th new game, which is, I think, basically just fan service. But I've played through the first game, and I'm partway through the second game. I will say that, these 2 games were originally released as PSP games. They had a PC port. So, PSP, not that hard a system to emulate, or, the Switch is definitely more powerful. And yet, the Switch struggles with these games quite badly in some occasions.
Oof.
The frame rate can dip massively in some areas. And it's like, how?
The Switch is an odd one to me, because you see games like Breath of the Wild that manage to do so much.
The thing is, though, they have been games like that will be supremely optimized because Nintendo know the hardware like out of the back. But this is the thing: Danganronpa is not a graphically intense game. All the character models are 2D sprites. The environment is 3D, but there is no reason it should be struggling. Like, if a PSP can handle it, there's no reason the Switch can't.
Yeah, it does sound
resolution.
It does sound very odd because actually I think they're Vita games, not PSP games.
Even then,
the third game's a Vita game. First 2 were PSP.
Even then, still a Vita and a PSP against a Switch, hardware-wise.
We're talking previous.
Although saying that, even then, the Switch isn't current hardware.
No, I mean Nintendo have never been aiming for.
No, and it's a portable device. I'll forgive them on that front to a certain extent. But this game shouldn't be struggling on them. And there's some other there were some major text errors in the game, which thankfully, because I played the game before, I knew what they were supposed to be saying. But yeah, anything that had a percentage sign in it, cut off all the text following it.
Oof.
For a significant time. They have fixed that in a patch that came out last week, but this game has been out since December, so that's a hell of a delay.
Although, to be fair, holiday, so... takes a while for the patch.
Even so, you would be able to pick... You should have thought...
large one to miss.
Yeah,
It's
you
also-
would have thought it would have been picked up in QA or...
Well, you say
Well-
that it is a Japanese company. I don't know how extensive their English language QA will have been. But even
it's
Spike
Spike
Chunsoft
Yes, Spike Chunsoft, and I've played a few of the other games like 999, Virtue's Last Reward, and there are some issues in theirs as well. So it is something that has happened before.
Yeah. I will say it is still a game series I recommend. I will say that I don't know whether I would recommend it on the Switch or not. The Switch is not a bad platform to play it on. Again, the originals were portable games. V3 was PS4 release, so...
Yeah, V3 was P4.
Well,
Vita, PS4, and PC.
it's on Steam then, is it?
All the entire series, other than the newest game, is on Steam.
Well,
the newest game is Switch exclusive, but it's not it's not the courtroom battle. It's literally hey, everyone's at the beach in swimwear.
I'm sure if anyone's lucky enough to have a Steam Deck, they could try on that when they get a
Steam
chance.
Deck, yeah.
When you get your Steam Deck.
Well,
That might be something I'm
when
reviewing in
someone
a later thing.
when someone gets a Steam Deck, they can probably try it and see how it compares to the Switch. It's a handheld for the game.
You know what? I might be able to do that. So yeah, Danganronpa. I do recommend the series if you can. I think I know Random Genius has played the first one.
Yes, and yes. To answer your next three questions about the series.
Actually, I was going to say, and I believe Vger owns most of the series because I bought him the first game, and he then bought the rest of the series.
Yes, and I need to play them when I have time.
Yes, although to be fair, I think I recommended you play it with your girlfriend. So, but I will say, warning: there are extremely violent scenes in this. It is not for the faint-of-hearted. You see people as they have been murdered, with all the blood everywhere.
Admittedly, the blood is tubby custard pink.
Most of it is. I've noticed there's a few errors here and there. It's new blood is pink, old blood is red.
Yes.
Right.
But I think that's purposeful. So yeah, that's kind of the one that I've been playing the most. Other than that, I did finally get round to playing a game called La-Mulana 2.
Yeah.
What's that then?
So La-Mulana...
Genie seems to know.
La-Mulana, the original La-Mulana is a exploration adventure game, Metroidvania. I don't like that term because the Metroid and Castlevania games are very different and have very weird styles. But yeah, it's a platformer with action-based attack where you explore a ruin called La-Mulana. The first game was notorious for the fact that it was difficult in many ways, some good, some bad, and that it had a massive amount of mindfuckery in it, but it is so interestingly designed. It took them a while, but they did get a sequel out called La-Mulana 2, which follows its tradition. It has slightly better controls, because the controls in the original one are very Castlevania dedicated jump style.
Yeah, I would agree with that. It's basically, if you've played the side-scrolling Castlevanias, that's your Simon Belmonts and your Richter Belmonts and such, where you do have that fixed arc. It's very much like those. So the NES, SNES, Genesis, Mega Drive, those kinds of eras games.
This one is thankfully a little bit more forgiving. So you actually play the daughter of the original protagonist. She's a much better athlete in general. Let's go with. However, everything else is fairly much the same. You're exploring a new ruin. You do go back into some areas of the original game, not many, and one of them is purely there for the DLC, which I've not played. I'm not interested in buying the DLC, to be honest. But yeah, puzzles are just as obscure. There's a massive amount of content in the game. I will say it's not as clever, I think, as the original with its environments. there's a really interesting mechanic in the original where there's essentially two sides to the ruin, and there's 9. Is it 9 major areas?
I
think
there are 8 major core areas plus the final area, which so
9 major areas. Kind of.
Yes, 9 major areas, because you've got your 8 major areas plus the final area. Both have a front side and a back side. And
except the final area kind of is both of them. Actually, no. And the third area is both of them, isn't it? The twin labyrinths.
Yes.
Yes. The game is really clever, but it's also very mindfucky.
This is why you draw a map.
And that still doesn't help you, because some areas...
Oh, no, it doesn't. It just helps little.
This one isn't quite as clever as that. There are basically what they call dark warps, but they're not the flip side of an area. They're just an area where you need a specific piece of item to be able to warp there. And the bosses they've still taken bosses from ancient history, but it seems like they've kind of retrofitted them where they feel like they should fit. The boss fights themselves are actually really, really good. I would say they're the highlight for me. The puzzles are interesting, but I got stuck a lot and had to look up. So what I ended up looking up was a hint guide for most of them, which rather than tell you the answer, it kind of goes, okay, here are your options. And then for the bits where they go, okay, this really isn't obvious, and I don't know why they think you should think of this, they'll give you a bit more of a detailed clue, but they won't just tell you the answer. Or they'll tell you, hey, you're not supposed to find out till you go to this area. Something like that.
A walkthrough, it's a riddle through.
Yeah, essentially. There were still some things I had to actually look up a video because even those hints did not help. And I think there are some puzzles that were just, how the hell are you supposed to figure this out? Like, how the hell are you supposed to figure out this random wall is destroyable? Oh, you're just supposed to hit every single wall. But in most rooms, you get punished for doing that.
It depends if there's a giant glowing eye or not.
There is a giant eye glue in almost all of those eyes. And it's just like, I played the game through to completion. It's not a bad game, but I just feel like it's trying to be a little too far up its own arse. Would I recommend it to everyone? No, I wouldn't recommend either of the games to everyone. If you are a really old school, hardcore gamer, yes, I will recommend it to you. Or if you just like difficult games.
I say, or me.
Or you.
You fall into that old school, hardcore gamer. So those were kind of the big games. I've played a couple of other minor things through the last couple of months, but those are kind of the highlights for me. So I'll probably just leave it there. Yeah, one game recommendation, one not so recommendation.
Yeah.
Sound, but now it's time you try. You hit the ground, held by the legacy behind you. When Wiki says you're still around 15, but time goes by, Green Guild is not that green. You're not a tape and no one can rewind you. Is that you, a hero with no rings in his head? What's so blue? You saved the world, but can't save our red. Yeah, you run so fast to escape from the pain, but empty thoughts keep on scraping your brain. You're crushing in your 30s, crushing in your 30s. Yeah, 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 yeah. You lose control on the slightest turn. No time to live, no time to learn. You're crushing in your 30s, crushing in your 30s. Yeah, gotta take it slow. Now you don't get to see your friends at all. One babysits and won't return your call. Another works so hard he starts to stammer. Dust off your old Dreamcast, go catch some frogs, and let your stomach rust from chili dogs until your wife gets home and draws her hammer. Is that you? Still getting speed for more bonus points. It's no use. The doctor said it's Some changes you just have to embrace. Staying true and moving on at your own pace. You're in my right hand, but your own freedom. Finding out exactly what you're made of. Crushing in your 30s. You run so fast to escape from the pain, but heavy thoughts keep on scraping your brain. You're crushing in your 30s, crushing in your 30s, yeah. You lose control on the slightest turn. No time to live, no time to learn. You're crushing in your 30s, crushing